Alright, I'm back again, and I'm going to be working on the hair on this image, which is the Peony Tails Tilda. So I usually start again with the base coat, and for this one I'm using Buttercup. So I just give this good colouring over. And then this just gives it a base for the ink to work on later. One thing you might notice about your images as well is the lines that they put in the stamps to help guide you. You'll see around here there's a lot more lines, and there's a lot more lines down the ends and the tops there. That usually indicates a darker patch. And if you have a look here, there's no lines along this centre piece, and that would normally be your highlight point. So look out for them in your images that you're playing around with, and because the artists do like to help us along. So I've just put Buttercup down, which is a nice creamy yellow, and then I use Mustard, which is my flavour of the month at the moment. I do tend to change my hair colours quite a lot, so I'm just adding some mustard in. So this bit's going to be dark around here because it's away from the light, and I've left this bit with just the Buttercup on, and then again from the bottom flick it up. Just use little short strokes, you don't need to go mad and colouring everything like crazy, there's no mega rush. So I'm bringing the colour in from the top now, and you'll see that I've left the band across the centre, which is just the Buttercup base coat showing. Now I'm going to move on to the cinnamon. So normally I'd do this with my fine nib, but you're forcing my hand today, so I'll just use my the normal Promarker tip, and then again I go over and just flick it up and just put it along. You don't have to colour in lines, you can use different strokes. So here I'm using like a dots going up, and then some flicks, and this bit's going to be quite dark, and just flick it up. Again, this bit round here, round her face, is going to be quite dark, and then just bring some down from the top. And flick up again. So you can see that band is forming there across the centre, which is going to be where the highlight hits. And then again it's the dots, because this is quite a small area, and the Promarker nibs are quite big on the end for little places, so just use little dots. And then again flick down and flick up. And that's okay as it is, and if you wanted to you could go over with your Buttercup and blend that in, that would be fine, but I like things to be just a little bit darker. So I'm going to use Cocoa, which again is one of my old Promarkers, still going strong, and just right on the very very edges I'm using the Cocoa. So the dots there again. It's just around the face, and bring a little bit out, and just a touch there, and then just across the crown of her head, and again on this side. And you're very nearly done. So that's given that a lot of tone in there, I hope you can see. And now I'm using the Buttercup again, and I'm just going over it. Now just colour over all of it, pushing the colours in towards the centre where you've left from before. And that's giving that a nice shine now, but I just want to just touch up again with a little bit of cinnamon and just flick up into that area there so it's not so big. And just touch up the edges and around the shadow where her face falls. And there you go, you've got a nice hair there. So the next one we're going to be moving on to this big flower, which is wonderful to cover.